the palm tree that bent so it wouldn't break. In the quiet hills of Umuchukwu, 3 boys grew up like lions in a cage, each wanting to be the king. But only one would learn that strength is not in outshining others, but in outsmarting pride. In the ancient village of Umuchukwu, where the rooster's crow meant more than time and wisdom was measured by gray hair, 3 boys were born in the same season, Uzoma, Nwali, and Egonna. They were not brothers by blood, but they grew like yam vines twisted around one another. From the age of 5, the village knew them as the 3 pillars. Strong, curious, and sharp-tongued. But with time, something changed. Uzoma, the tallest, was known for his strength. He could carry more firewood than the strongest man in the village by age 12. Nwali, with eyes like a hawk, had wit sharper than a hunter's arrow. He could solve riddles faster than the elders. Egonna, the quiet one, rarely spoke, but his hands could build anything. From goat pens to fishing traps, his genius was in what he crafted. The competition started small. Uzoma boasted he could outrun a bush dog. Nwali retorted he could find a shorter path through the forest. Egonna simply nodded and built a stronger trap to catch the bush dog instead. One market day, the village elder announced a rare opportunity. We need one youth to represent Umuchukwu in the royal apprenticeship under the great craftsman of Akpabi Kingdom. He will learn wisdom, craft, and be trained to become a leader. The prize? A chance to be the future voice of Umuchukwu. The village buzzed. The 3 boys, now young men, all wanted the same thing. Uzoma began showing off. He lifted sacks of cassava at the village square every morning. Strength is leadership, he shouted. Nwali challenged him. What is strength without wisdom? He solved puzzles at the square, winning the admiration of elders. Egonna? He kept quiet. He carved a wooden canoe from a single tree trunk and gave it to the river traders, for free. Why give it for nothing? Uzoma asked mockingly. Egonna smiled. Because one good deed travels faster than 1,000 boasts. A royal messenger arrived in Umuchukwu with a final test. Each of you must create something that solves a village problem in 7 days. The best solution wins. Uzoma built a high fence for the yam barn to stop thieves. Nwali created a code system for identifying stolen goods. Egonna walked into the forest, alone. People mocked him. He has no plan. He's lost. But on the 7th day, Egonna returned with nothing but a clay pot filled with dry herbs. Confused, the villagers stared. He said, I spoke to our herbalist who complained he forgets which herbs cure which ailment. I carved symbols on the pot, sun for fever, moon for sleep, leaves for stomach. Now, even a child can use it safely. The elder from Akpabi blinked in surprise. On the day of judgment, Uzoma flexed his muscles, Nwali wore a robe of knowledge, and Egonna stood calmly with his clay pot. The elder said, Uzoma, your strength is impressive but easily matched. Nwali, your mind is sharp, but sharper alone than when used with others. Egonna, you did something they didn't. You served others quietly. Then came the shock. Egonna was chosen. Now here's the twist. Egonna did not go alone. Before leaving, he approached Nwali and Uzoma and said, I need you both. Nwali, your ideas can guide us. Uzoma, your strength will build what I design. Let's go together. At first, they were too proud. But 3 moons later, when letters returned from Akpabi describing Egonna's success, they realized something. Egonna wasn't better than them. He was smarter because he didn't compete. He collaborated. And soon after, they joined him. Together, the 3 boys from Umuchukwu became the heart of Akpabi's transformation. They say lions don't fight in the wild unless they are hungry. In Umuchukwu, the boys fed each other, and together, they ruled like kings. Moral of the story: don't compete to outshine, shine together. If someone is smarter, stronger, or more skilled than you, don't fight them, work with them. Pride makes you lonely. Collaboration builds empires. Competition can be weakness. Unity is true strength. Collaboration is the key to greatness. Alone you may go fast, but together you go far. Egonna knew that the journey was not about being the best, but building the best with others. A quiet mind often carries the loudest wisdom. Egonna didn't shout or boast. He acted with purpose. Let your work speak louder than your words. Success isn't about who wins. It's about who lifts others along the way. The true leader is not the one at the front, but the one who ensures no one is left behind. Ego divides, humility multiplies. Uzoma and Nwali learned that pride can blind, but humility can open doors and heal wounds. Every gift matters. Strength, intellect, and craftsmanship all have a role. No talent is superior, only different. True wisdom is in knowing where each fits. Real strength is knowing when to lead and when to follow. Uzoma had the muscles, Nwali had the brain, but Egonna had the heart, and that led them all. When you compete with others, you lose focus. When you collaborate, everyone wins. Egonna refused to play the game of who's better. He changed the game. You don't need to fight for the crown if you can build the kingdom together. Leadership is not a position, it's a purpose. I hope you learned something from the story. Thanks for watching.